Okay, not that this is horribly or incredibly necessary, but I guess in some ways it kind of is. Um, so, if you have followed the path of these videos from their beginning until now, you have heard me say different things about the characteristics of God, and that this is God, or that is God, and this is God, and that is not God. And as the years have passed, I have grown in my understanding of the truth of things. And also, clarity has come in how subtle the vibrational fields of resonance are as far as the lines blurring. So, now the teachings have taken on a new form. At one time it was, I was in a position of being very, how do I want to say, confrontational when it came to some of the Christian teachings, because I was at that time still feeling some resentment and things like that around how I thought I'd been taught to perceive God, right? I had not yet fully let go of, or released my fears, and even still not all of them. They still come up daily. I'm a lot more aware of them now. But this video is just to say that when I go back and watch the earlier videos that I have posted here, I can see how they are stepping stones of a progression, of an opening of awareness. And when I go back and I watch them, different ones, when I'm called to, and I see that I've said this or I've said that, and my human has said this or has said that. I'm not going to say that they're wrong. I'm going to say that it was based in a field of awareness, in a context of understanding, and the context has grown. So today, how I perceive things is more expanded than it was, a year, 2 years ago. And I speak less and less about things going on in the world, because I don't even engage in them anymore. And I speak more about the truth, which is all spirit-based. So if you come to one of the later videos after watching what I would say now is a charged emotional video that I posted here from, a couple years ago, there's likely going to be for you a discernible, that's not the word I want. What word do I want? Palpable difference in tone. And that is because I would say I have grown, but what the higher value is that there has been a transition, or an integration that has occurred more with the human, or the denser field that I operated in with where I am today. So, I used to say that this video that I was prompted to watch today, I was speaking of God and how we were taught to believe God is. And I was speaking about a fear-based belief system. And that is still so, the world, I was speaking about when the Bible talks about the world, and the world, it is a fear-based system. It has been, okay? Choices have been made. We've been operating from this fear-based belief system, which influenced or informed every moment. Everything we saw, everything we think, it was all coming out of this fear-based structure. And now we're really in the midst of the transition of, or even emergence out of, that, I would say emergence out of, because we had been in that system, that fear structure for so long, that now, for me anyway, I'm kind of on the latter part of the, I hope, emergence on the other side. Although I do hear talk that many are really now engrossed in the thick of it. So this is just as we grow, as Christ grows us, as we align to that higher level of being, but there's no prejudice in that. It just means frequency wise, the less dense fields, we perceive everything in a new way. So this is just to say that when you hear, and this is true for every human, so I would say our brothers and sisters, okay? I can see in myself where I was and where I am now. So we must have the same level of acceptance and tolerance for our brothers and sisters as they too progress and open up to more and more truth. There is a real struggle that occurs as we are moving through the frequencies of clarity. So as I have seen it in myself, I am further reminded to be aware of that when I see others. Okay. I saw something on Facebook today, a post that was a bit disheartening, but as soon as I read it, I was like, well, that's where that person is right now. That's where she is. She's still in that place, that position where she is very annoyed at the political actions of those that she sees as other than her, what she sees as opposite side of the politics, okay? And I was in that position during what we call, what's been called the pandemic. I was there because I was on one side of the issue, and I could see the other side as being, the way I saw it, was being fear-based. And instead of being accepting of it as the fear-based learning system that it is, I was very hostile about it. And now I see more clearly, as is being taught to me now, that fear has its purpose. It has its place. It has its purpose. And once we're no longer in alignment or in resonance with that fear, we can see it as it is, what it truly is, what its function is, its purpose, without that judgment. So the emotional charge is not there. I may still go, when I hear stories or something like, oh my goodness, or whatever, like I can still be surprised or shocked, or, but it's just the human response. It's not really, and I don't get all charged up about it anymore. That doesn't mean that there won't be something tomorrow that I don't get charged up about, but today, here's where we are. So I just want to put this out there, because as the situation for many intensifies, those of us who are not being as pulled into the charge of it, we may still need to remind ourselves that, yes, we were there too. And, we were one on the battlefield. We were on the battlefield more than once. We were there, and we were fighting that fight too, until we grew. And there is no shame in being on the battlefield. There is no shame in being that one still in the midst of it. There's no shame in that. There is not one better or less than the other. So, dog lover, cat lover kind of thing. Like, I was a cat lover when I was younger. I'm a dog lover now. One is not better than the other. It's just a difference in resonance. So, and it is that simple. And there are those who will see this and say, well, how can you say that, a Democrat and a Republican, or simplify it to a dog lover or a cat lover? Well, because it is. That's the truth of it. Which party you choose is just like choosing whether you're a cat lover or a dog lover, and it really is no different. And when you get to a certain place, we see these things and we kind of chuckle. Not because your pain isn't real, it is, but because from this level, from this place, the choice is like arguing over which is better, a cat or a dog. Knowing from this place that each are equal, they're equal. Their value is the same. They hold the same purpose, and they are equally valuable. They're of equal worth. And so I'm not even sure what the point of this is, except maybe to say we are all growing. We are all growing. Even the one who's cussing at you for not turning on red when they thought you should have, that person is growing too. And it's okay to get frustrated with that behavior, someone being in your face or whatever. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay for you, and it's okay for them, because we are all growing. And I guess this is about acceptance and tolerance, and seeing everyone as, the Christ emerging. So for some, the butterfly is more out of the cocoon than others, but we are all in the same process of birth. We're all in the same process. Some will emerge sooner, seemingly sooner than others, and they get to be the ones to show the others, maybe help them along. But we are all in the midst of the same process. So in peace and love, may you be blessed.